Hi, my name is Richard Leiter, a self-published author of literary fiction, and welcome to my YouTube channel, Thoughts on Writing. Okay, it has come to my attention that nobody is reading the beautiful poetry that I have been posting to YouTube. And in particular, it has come to my attention that nobody is reading my beautiful poem, Sheldon Lieberman. Now, I don't know why this is exactly. Maybe people just equate poetry with a Hallmark Christmas card, and so they avoid it like the plague, as well they should. Or maybe it's that I'm not Jordan Peterson. I mean, maybe if Jordan Peterson wrote some poetry and posted it on YouTube, on the internet, Jordan Poetry reads his love sonnets. Well, I guess Jordan Peterson would get a couple of million hits now, wouldn't he? Or if Tucker Carlson, if Tucker Carlson read his poetry in front of the Library of Congress, I bet it would be covered by Fox News and the internet and, well, who knows who else. So maybe that's it, that I'm just me and not Jordan Peterson or Tucker Carlson. I don't know. But anyway, well, maybe people just don't think it's appropriate, for a YouTube video. When you post to YouTube, it's got to be something very practical. It's got to be about something political. It's got to be about a shortcut to getting something, a shortcut to making money, or a shortcut to great sex, or a shortcut to writing well, or a shortcut to enlightenment, or a shortcut to anything and everything under the sun. Maybe that's why it's not appropriate, they think, and they avoid it. I don't know. Probably that's it. But anyway, I'd like to explain to you what my poem, Sheldon Lieberman, is all about. My poem, Sheldon Lieberman, is all about the cliche and the stereotype, my disgust with the cliche and with the stereotype, and with all of those parasites who make money off of cliches and of stereotypes. Sheldon Lieberman is one such parasite. Sheldon Lieberman is a songwriter who makes enormous sums of money writing extremely cliched, stereotype songs, country and western songs for the heartland. Sheldon Lieberman has never lived in the heartland. Sheldon Lieberman knows nothing about the heartland. He's never been a rancher or a construction worker or a barmaid or a farmhand. No, Sheldon Lieberman comes from a totally different world. He's an upper middle class Jewish guy who went to Brandeis University, and he just has this uncanny knack for knowing which cliches the heartland loves. He has a knack for it, and he's made a lot of money off of it. At the same time that Sheldon Lieberman has made a hell of a lot of money dishing out these stereotype country western tunes like, "Baby, don't go. You're making my heart as heavy as an 18-wheeler." At the same time that he dishes all this shit out and makes enormous sums of money off of it, Sheldon Lieberman himself has nothing but contempt for the heartland. He says at one point in my poem, I wouldn't be caught dead in a Tex-Mex or barbecue rib joint. So the hypocrisy is just adorable, isn't it? He makes money off of them. He degrades them, the heartland, the common folk, and he feels contempt for them at the same time. Now, in the last stanza, I guess, this poem, Sheldon Lieberman says the world is a beautiful place, my friends. And yes, of course it is a beautiful place because he's making shitloads of money off of the heartland. So why shouldn't it be a beautiful place with beautiful people? You're beautiful as long as you listen to his records and provide him with an income, right? But at the same time, even Sheldon Lieberman knows that the situation that we currently live in cannot stand. It cannot go on much longer. That a societal collapse of some sort is imminent. He's very acutely aware of this. He's a very practical man. And so Sheldon Lieberman, in the last paragraph, exhorts us. He gives us a bit of advice. He says to us, make sure you don't live in any densely populated or urban areas of the country. Well, you can bet your bottom dollar that Sheldon Lieberman must have the best bunker money can buy someplace in a very, very isolated area of either this country or some other country, because he has the means to do so. He says, make sure you have at least a year's supply of rice and beans. Well, you can bet your bottom dollar that Sheldon Lieberman has more than a year's supply of rice and beans and freeze-dried foods and gourmet goodies, so that he can live through the collapse with a minimum of inconvenience. Sheldon Lieberman also gives us, the common man, the advice. It's easy for him to give us advice. It's no skin off of his nose, right? He gives the common man the advice, and get yourself a Glock or an AR-15 to defend yourself. Well, you can bet your bottom dollar that not only does Sheldon Lieberman have some familiarity with firearms, but he never really has to get his hands dirty, using them or learning the nuts and bolts of how to use a firearm. He probably has enough money to hire his own security team to take care of that in a Mad Max scenario. This is Sheldon Lieberman. He's living on the crest of the wave. So that's basically what this poem is about. It's all about the stereotype and my disgust for the stereotype, and to reiterate, my disgust for people who feed off of the stereotype. Thank you.